Welcome back to MouthpieceSports.com's High School Roundtable. It's a semicircle here so we can get a good look at three people that I'm very happy to have joining me. Starting on my far left, the longtime baseball coach of the Fenwick Friars, Coach Dave Hogan. In the middle, the current football coach at Fenwick, Coach Joe DeCanio. And a longtime high school assistant, now representing WGN, Big Pat Vanderwall. Gentlemen, thank you for taking your time. And I keep saying that because I got to look around you there to get to the other side.
That's all right, Bob.
But I mean no disrespect, Pat. What I do respect is your opinion, and I'd like to get your opinion initially on this new phenomenon that's infiltrated high school sports, if I can use that word. A wise man mentioned it to me not too long ago. And that is the personal trainer aspect. With college scholarships so valuable and so few athletes chasing those spots, that's starting to have a profound effect on high school sports, is it not?
I believe it is, yeah. Not having dealt with it directly as these gentlemen have, they might be more equipped to add on, but anytime, and I'm sure personal trainers are included in this, anytime you have an outside third-party person coming in and talking to your student athletes about what their plan for success is for you specifically, you have attention being diverted from not only your cause and what you're trying to do, the team concept of your sport. You start to set an individual agenda. And I think that probably eats away at the team concept more than anything. And so, you have one person saying, well, Johnny's got a personal trainer, I need a personal trainer. That's another set of eyes and ears diverted from what you're doing. And the information may not be the best information, or it may go counterculture to what you're trying to teach yourself, which I think could cause some serious problems, especially at that young level, at the high school level.
Coach DeCanio, these guys, trainers, people, organizations are obviously selling these parents and their students, their children, on scholarships. And when that doesn't happen, who's left to clean up the mess?
We're the one that's at fault. But getting back to the one thing I try to tell, personal trainers never fail, Bob. They're always successful. Sure. I mean, you're going to pay $1,000 to go see your personal trainer, and he's going to tell you run a 4.640 today. We tested you. 6 weeks later, you're running a 4.440. But come back to me for another 6 weeks, and I'll get you down to a 4.340. You know, they never fail. And my parents look at me, and I say, well, you know, how many times have they failed? Did they have a 100% success rate? Okay, as long as your checkbook is open, they're going to be successful. Personal trainers gear our kids up and they try to tell our kids and they put delusions in their head that if you do the things I tell you to do, and if you stick with me, you'll be a success. And like Pat said, they take away from the team concept of what we're trying to accomplish. Coaches and scholarships, they don't go for team guys. They don't go for I guys or me guys. They go for team guys. And until parents and personal trainers realize that, we'll be better off. When they don't get the scholarship, it's my fault. Okay, well, my personal trainer said if I do this and we do this and I do this, we're going to be a Division I player. Well, when it doesn't happen, it's my fault. We have to clean up the mess, and it's difficult.
The personal trainers that we're running into, that I'd like to see qualifications. That's what I don't. I mean, you're a star in your own mind in high school, and all of a sudden you're teaching other high school kids. That's fine, but the visions of grandeur that you're going to get them a scholarship is so false. The college, since I've been there so long, the college coaches that I deal with, because we go through if a kid's qualified to play at the college level, we go through a step program. But if they come back and say, my personal trainer, my personal coach is going to call Indiana, the Indiana coach will call me immediately and say, this is a red flag.
Right.
Yeah. Why is this all right, why? And it got to the point 3 years ago where we just had to set up a rule saying that if you're taking any personal training during my season, that's fine, but you won't wear a Fenwick uniform. I had to come down. I didn't want to do it because a lot of them were working with us, but I just had to make across the board because the training was going against our philosophy. What I was building them up to make success for the team, they were failing because they had to try something new to get them better, and it was just a complete disaster.
It's a disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait till a kid comes into my weight room or comes onto my practice field and says, Coach, I can't do it that way. You know, it happened to us a couple of weeks ago where we're squatting, and a kid came up to the weight room and he says, "Coach, my personal trainer says we can't squat that way because I'm going to hurt myself."
I bet you love that.
Well, you know what? That kid found the door pretty damn quick because he's not. Again, it's the I, me concept. We don't buy into that.
Coach Hogan, that makes it obviously difficult to manage that, and you have to do sweeping things like you did in terms of banding it all together. But I think that only fosters even what we're seeing more and more in the media is difficulty with coaches dealing with parents. When I was a kid, and I'm going to keep coming back to that because I graduated high school 24 years ago, if I got in trouble, the first thing my father said was, "What did you do wrong? You go back and apologize to that coach." It's not that way anymore, is it?
No, it's not that way anymore. No, it's not that way. The parents want the best for their kids. I mean, all the parents want the best for the kids. But the competition a lot of times with the parents is, well, if Pat Vanderwall is going to see this trainer, I'm going to one-up you. And then the next one-up comes, and then you've got 3 or 4 kids hearing 4 different philosophies because they're trying to one-up. Well, I'm going once a week for hitting, now I'm going to go twice a week for hitting. Well, wait, no, you're not. No, we don't want this. And they point out things with the parents, well, you know, he's working hard on the outside pitch. He didn't have any trouble before. Or he's learning how to throw this curveball. Well, he didn't have any trouble before. And so it's been very few times that a personal trainer or a coach will come up and say, what's his weak, what does he need? This kid contacted me. What do we need to work on? I mean, that's a whole different ballgame. I mean, if he's going to spend that time, this is what he needs to work on. But it's not happened too often.